Anyway, I'm gonna share the video with the brother who talked to Talib, Kweli, and this is what he had to say, and we'll break it down and discuss that conversation as we go. Check it out.
So I made a couple of mistakes. Well, I had a couple of things wrong, which is actually proof of me having a couple of other things right. What did I have wrong? Apparently, well, let's just say this. I got a message from one of my smart homeboys, somebody I think is smart. I know some of y'all y'all enjoy fighting with him and all of that, but it's my bro Talib Kweli. He sent me a text yesterday. I'm a piece of crap. I ain't even respond to the text. I will after I do this, but I'm not gonna. Well, the text is in the phone that I'm recording on, so I can't read it to you off of there. So I wrote it down, right? I left my other phone on the East Coast. ADHD. So he basically let me know that he saw my last video, said nobody knows more about ADOS FBA than him, right? First of all, what is ADOS? Now, I could have asked him that, but I haven't even responded to him. I could have Googled it, right? But when I Google FBA, only thing I got, I'm not the best researcher in the world. I learn things how I learn things, right? When I Google FBA, only thing came up was a picture of Tariq Nasheed. It didn't break down, well, it's not the only thing, but the Wikipedia I clicked on, picture son and his history popped up, right? So it didn't really give me no information, right? As far as to confirm or, I don't know, disprove what I already thought, right? I was looking for that, but that wasn't there. I couldn't, well, I didn't look, maybe I didn't search hard enough, but that's an ADHD thing too. But anyway, sometimes. So he said nobody knows, he said he's been talking about this for since 6 years ago. And he went into Tether. He said Tether is the black term for anchor baby. I've never even heard the term anchor baby, right? So here, did somebody tell me what
Just like I told you, Tether is equivalent to Yankee. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander.
ADOS is, since y'all like explaining stuff, let me know what that is. All right, I already know what I know what Tether is right now, but I hadn't never heard of no anchor baby. Now that y'all taught me what a tether is, I now know what an anchor baby is. You understand what I'm saying? He said all of this is anti-immigrant based. He said these movements are not organic. Now, I probably shouldn't have said that, but
again, who are you to say? That's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's what I mean right there. But when Black Lives Matter was all over the place, all at the NBA finals, all on the football field, all on the football jerseys and helmets, and you know what I mean? Everywhere you went, it was Black Lives Matter. And I didn't hear none of them dudes knocking none of it. I didn't hear nobody say it was inorganic. Man, we suck, bro. Let me break this down a little bit. Yeah, we just plain out suck, man. Where is that at?
he said all of this is anti-immigrant based. He said
Wrong. It's not. It's not anti anything. It's pro-Black American based. It's not anti anyone. There is nothing negative whatsoever about it.
said these movements are not organic.
Fire!
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop fucking lying.
I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Liar!
Yeah, man. And this brother is, he's saying what Talib Kweli is saying, So I'm not calling him a liar. I'm calling Talib, but Talib I don't know if he's lying or he just, speaking on something with no information, which is probably worse. But that's what people do. Why you so quick to down something that's black though? Like what is FBA doing to people? Seems like everybody is attacking FBA and they saying that FBA is attacking everybody else. FBA is holding people accountable. Hey man, you being disrespectful. Don't do that. Bro, that's offensive what you said. You can't speak like that. You can't say those things and it's acceptable. That is no longer acceptable. We standing on something. And that's us being divisive because we're moving with some pride and some dignity about ourselves. Niggas, bro.
He said these movements are not organic. Now, I probably shouldn't have said that, but I know son is prepared to stand on whatever it is he said. He wouldn't have typed it to me or whatever, but
oh, he's saying he should have not told people what Talib said. Nah, nigga. Talib said it, I guess, but even though he said it to you, that's what he said. He said what he said. I'm glad you said it.
I don't know. I can't speak to whether or not these movements are organic. I don't know. What I'm saying is I can't understand what he says when he says these are anti-immigrant based. I understand what he's saying, but I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm just reading what y'all just giving y'all a little perspective, right? He said FBA is founded and owned by Tariq Nasheed. He's from LA. It's not an East Coast thing. That's why niggas in BK.
And he not from LA. That's what I'm saying right there, man. You know what I mean? Like you giving, just like Fat Joe giving a knowledge course on FBA with all the facts fucked up. The foundation of black authority. A racist, extremist, radical group of people who own Twitter, according to Fat Joe. Now here come this dude, you know what I'm saying, with some more misinformation. I'm gonna let him finish.
Never heard of it. So we get along with our Latinos here. Okay, he said some more stuff, but like I said, I'm not going to get into the whole verbatim of everything he said, right? So hold on. He said it's all anti-immigrant based. Now I don't know if I don't know if I agree with that, right? I mean,
you don't agree with it. I know Talib, partner, I guess, or y'all on, talking terms. He texting you and you ain't returning the text. But nigga, keep it a thou wow. You do not agree with that. There's no anti-immigrant agenda by FBA.
I think, from my understanding, hold on, let me just say this. I didn't know, also I wasn't in the complete know that Tariq Nasheed founded and owns FBA. I didn't know.
He didn't. Liar! That's not true.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
More mis and disinformation. So you unknowingly, because you don't know what you're talking about, you getting ready to spread some more myths and some more untruths. like you're giving information. Just say, I'm not sure, I've heard speculation, or I'm not sure if he is in charge, or, I don't, just say you don't fucking know, because you don't fucking know, bro. Don't say shit that you don't know.
Know that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that I didn't know. I was aware of the concept, but something in my videos where I spoke on this, I may have contradicted that. You understand what I'm saying? Or I spoke of my daughter's mother not being familiar with the term, and she's from LA. You know what I mean? And she went to college and all of that. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, Gap murder, and some of the dudes on the streets of Brooklyn might not have had that level of education. And it's real, it may be easier for us to fathom that this dude or that dude on Brooklyn don't know what FBA is, right?
I'm okay with everybody not being familiar with the phrase. I'm not trying to hold everybody accountable for knowing something that they just don't fucking know. What I'm saying is the disrespect about what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You saw Umar, right? You seen Fat Joe, right? You see the disrespect, right? So whether what you know is, or what you think you know, or whatever you don't know, nigga, you're being disrespectful. That's the problem. Nobody's mad at you for not knowing. We mad at you for being disrespectful.
And and I stand by that. Like, I just watched a video where Mav Hoffa said he did not know what that was. I spoke to Gat Talib. He did not know what that was.
But it was funny though. You knew to laugh, Mav Hoffa. You thought it was funny, right? Here go Mav Hoffa right here.
Where do we start? To the people who have been expressing their outrage towards me, or the people upset by, any comments that was made on a platform, it's not my goal to upset you niggas.
That's his apology. Okay? If you was offended by the comments that was made on his platform, it's not his goal to offend you niggas. You see what I'm saying? If a motherfucker says some shit about the small hats and the apology went anything like that, it's over for you. It's over. Say some shit like that about that community. Allow a motherfucker on your platform to disrespect them people in that community, and then that's the type of apology that you... It's not my goal to offend you niggas. Use whatever slur offends them people and see how that shit go. I'm gonna let this dude finish.
I knew what that was. Well, let's just say I was familiar with the term, but every day I'm learning more about what that was. About what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Because we don't know, and things that there's no reason to learn something that's not on your radar. You understand what I'm saying?
The reason is when people are expressing that they have been offended by your statements or by your actions, by your laughter, being made fun of. That's the reason. It's certain things that you're not allowed to say because it offends people, right? Certain phrases that you may have grown up and it was fitting. It was acceptable to say, right? Slurs about LGBTQ community, special needs people, different racial, words that we would use to describe one another. It was acceptable. But when people are letting you know that it offends people, it is your business to now educate yourself on how not to offend people. My freedom to swing my arms only goes as far as your person is occupying space. My freedom doesn't take away your right to exist. We have to acknowledge that you have to have a certain level of accountability for your words, for your actions. We trying to scapegoat this shit. I like I said, I can understand a motherfucker not knowing. Okay, you don't know, but when I tell you, don't just keep telling me you don't know. Just be like, man, I'm sorry, man. I had no idea that I offended you. My apologies. And move on. But we ain't getting that, are we? All we getting is, it's not my goal to offend you niggas. That's what we getting. Look at his face. That's the apology face. It's not my goal to offend you niggas.
It's not my goal to upset you niggas.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. That's the part I'm not fucking with. Here we go.
Have any of y'all do any of y'all know about the fighting technique Kanoya? Do your research. You didn't know you needed to do no research on that. You understand what I'm saying? Kanoya is a fighting technique made up by Helter Skelter. It stands for keep niggas off your ass. Pause, if applicable. There's no reason, I mean, a real boot camp, a diehard boot camp fan knows. You understand what I'm saying? You didn't know you needed to know that? Why would you know it? You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to, like I said, I didn't know that it was founded and owned by Tariq Nasheed. You understand what I'm saying? I'm learning something new right now. So what I'm saying is anything that I may have misquoted or misrepresented in regards to, what FBA is, like, if I was wrong, that's even more proof that everybody, even some smart ones, because I do consider myself to be a fairly smart person. You understand what I'm saying? Even smart niggas don't know. They don't know. Now, I will concede that Fat Joe should have known. I mean, considering the fact that he has stepped into politics.
Not only that, he made it his business to get on the platform and educate others on a platform of over 1 million followers what FBA is. Remember? Ain't that what he did?
These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay? It's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them.
Right.
Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say a name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean,
the FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is. I'm just keeping it a buck. And their shit is to attack everybody on Twitter. You see this nigga who run them?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's your tutorial right there. They know who it is because he just told them who FBA is. And they thought it was funny. Foundational Black Authority. I'm going to let this brother finish.
You understand what I'm saying? Just because of that, he stepped into politics. If you step over into that realm, then I feel like this is something you know. It's like when you step over. People feel like if you step into hip hop, you're supposed to know the history, you're supposed to know the definitions and all of it. You're supposed to know stuff. about it, right? When he stepped over into the arena of politics, I feel like, because of that, he should have known more. But I still don't agree that he knew. I'm not convinced. I'm not saying I don't agree. I'm still not convinced that he knew.
No, but he knew enough that he felt like he could speak ill of it. He was satisfied with the level of knowledge he had about it. Talking about Fat Joe. He knew enough to where he was going to tell other blacks what it was. So, whether you convinced that he knew, he was satisfied with the knowledge that he had. So, I'm satisfied with his conclusion. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like, it's like if somebody tell me something about the Church of Mormon, and then I go out here and I say, man, I heard some negative shit about the Church of Mormon. Then I get out here and I get to telling everybody how they are anti-black, extreme, racist, terrorists. I'm telling that to people on major platforms. That's on me, bro. Before I went out and started saying all that slanderous shit about these people, it was my duty to do my due diligence and have the proper information before I spread that shit like wildfire. So there's no excuse.
You know what I mean? Yeah, these dudes could be coming at him online or whatever, but like the fact that they was coming at you online and all of that, like, you should have researched. Anytime you go to class, maybe he was doing the egg. A lot of people, when they hide, when they status is up there, whatever, they don't read the comments or they don't deal. They might see them, but they don't really deal with them or whatever. But they definitely don't like they don't do a lot of clapping back at the people in the comments because they consider the people in the comments to be insignificant. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude's trying to be a nice guy, man. My smoke ain't really for him.
Everybody in the community that got some money.
Pause this. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, my smoke ain't for him. But you being a little bit too passive, fam.
Need to study. I'd rather be that today than to be foul, malicious, and the brothers that was, in my surround. I'm not saying as a whole, but the brothers that was around me, that I feel like, from what I saw, people might have asked, some ciphers building where they were almost becoming the blows over planets. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just like, don't let people let any type of movement or group or community, don't let the movement become another thing for you to just beat on your chest and bully people with. That's all I'm saying.
Who's bullying who? Speaking up for yourself, defending yourself, letting people know that they wrong and they're being disrespectful is bullying people? Like, this shit is wild, B.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, this is what we talking about, man. Whenever we stand up for ourselves, we're demonized. This shit is fucking weird. And I don't even think this dude even realizes that's what he's doing. But the passive punk shit, that's what that shit ends up looking like. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you got to make them dudes stand on their square for what they said and did. I know you're trying to play mediator, but it's nothing to mediate. Niggas need to come and correct and fucking apologize, period. And we can move on. Why they not saying what you saying? Why Math Hoffa get on there and say he it's not his goal to offend niggas? Why he not coming like you coming? Why Fat Joe ain't coming like you coming? Think about that, bro.
And I feel like, from what I saw, people might have asked, some people might have asked Sadat what he think about what's going on with Fat Joe and or whatever. They asked him something about something, and he was like, I don't care. Don't ask me nothing about that. And then they start attacking him. You can't make somebody care about something.
You can't. You cannot make anybody care about anything. But Sadat is a public figure. His group, Brand Nubian, was mentioned in the Fat Joe interview. He called Lord Jamar the wackest one in the group. So quite naturally, people want to know, the other group members' take on the ill words that was speaking of their fellow group member. You know what I mean? So people online, reached out to Sadat X. Hey, Sadat, what you think about it? I don't give a fuck. Huh? Well, what you think about what he said about the FBA? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Once again, just a total lack of fucking respect. Here we go.
What's up, y'all? This is the last time I'm gonna say this, man, because I'm tired of niggas hitting me in my comments in different sections. So, Sadat, you haven't said anything. How do you weigh in on the origins of hip hop or this situation with this rapper saying this? Listen, once and for all, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? I got my square, and as long as nothing comes in my square, y'all niggas could have civil war on the outside. You understand? Some of the niggas champion it, okay, but then some niggas look like straight up bitches, B. No, this shit, no.
Is all that necessary? Is all that really necessary, man? But that's what I'm saying. That's what's going on.
Oh, that yeah. No, this look like a fucking bunch of bitches, B.
Wow.
That's why I said don't ask me about that shit again, B. I don't give a fuck. You understand? Long as my square is untouched, I'm good, B. That's it, man. That's it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, yo. The funniest shit happened to me, like somebody called me a tether, a dude. He said, you're a tether. And I was thinking about it in my mind. I'm like, tether, feather, pink soft leather. You bitch ass nigga. Picture, imagine if your pops is alive or looking down at you. You're like, tether, like, oh, that's what I taught you, bitch boy. Shit is funny to me though. I just been playing with niggas. I play with them till I get tired and then I move on to some other shit. Just as long as we keep it on the keys and nobody touch my physical frame or step in the square, we can do it all day. This is when you decide to go the other way. You understand? And like I said before.
Nobody's threatening to do anything to you, bro. There's no what threat are you speaking of? No, you're speaking of a hypothetical threat that don't exist. I guess you feel like because you're being so disrespectful, so so reckless in the way you're speaking about certain people, certain things, that maybe you're summoning that type of energy, but that was never the the energy that was projected onto you. So I don't know why you're projecting that out. But this brother, he sees it. He sees you as a victim, just like he sees Math as a victim, and maybe even Fat Joe. We're gonna let him keep talking.
You understand what I'm saying? Dudes with kids and who cares about everything? Dudes be having jobs, be having to have a second and third job. This nigga Sadat X is like he works at a hospital doing important stuff. And he still do his rap thing and all of that. Why is people, because he don't want to argue with you? Nigga, I don't want to argue with y'all, don't get me involved in that. And then what y'all do, argue with him and get him involved in that. I don't know.
I'm gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Brother trying to, play peacemaker. I get it. But we gotta call niggas out. He has relationships possibly with Sadat X. Clearly he has some relationship with Talib Kweli. He ain't really, he did say that Fat Joe should give an apology. He was at least honest enough to say that. But I think it's beyond an apology at this point. I think it's clear that an apology would just not suffice. Fat Joe is finished. I don't want to hear none of his music. I'm not interested in nothing he has to say. But if he does say something, I will cover it because I'm just on his neck like that because I'm offended, I'm disrespected, and and I feel like I want to see him pay for his disrespect. I'm not okay with him, with his reckless uses of the N-word, all in niggas' face like it's all good and like what you gonna do to me and all that tough guy act. Bro, you think because them people got you in position with the White House and Kamala Harris and whoever that, you know what I'm saying, that you can't, that nothing, that niggas can't knock you off your square. Well, I'm here to say different, and I think it's a whole lot of people like me, those foundational black authorities is gonna exercise their authority on your motherfucking ass. This is Truth Lies Reality, SB Global, worldwide, not just local. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm out. Peace.